I'm going. Just realized something. If I were in Mandalore, how many letters are those? That word is Mandalore is 9 letters, right? Melbourne in Australia, MELBOURNE, ooh, 9 letters. Both start with M, both end with E. Come on, Mandalore, Melbourne, come on, they're so close, 9 letters. I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds? Are they really talking about a different Mandalore? This is a bit of a lost city sometimes, you know. Possibly. They may have meant Melbourne, but they had to not use real place names, so they made up Mandalore. So yeah, if they had to redo that, and let's pretend Mandalore's real and Melbourne isn't, then they would say this is Melbourne, the fictional place, and I would be Melbo. Okay, that's stupid, but anyway, I can be quite stupid. You want to see the road? We're going to do a good merge here. Here we are. Off we go. Hey, I had a great day having a bit of a solid, really impartial discussion about Mandalorian. I really think it was a great show. I want to really mention that I loved the show, okay? And that's why I got so animated about the show not going sort of where I wished it went, but it didn't anyway. But it doesn't matter. No movie ever ends the way I want it to. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, we are going past a sign where it says 80 and a circle. That is the speed limit in kilometers per hour, which I think is about 50 miles, maybe 45. I don't know, something like that. I know it's not as high a number, but it's an equivalent speed. Okay, and you see a sign that says M2, the tiny M2 there, and that's the name of this thing that we're on, M2. Hear the beep now, toll point. Here we go, ready? Beep, that's like $3, yeah, about $3 each one. Yeah, I whinged about that last time. We paid for it, but now they charge us to use it, so that's great. I'm happy to. Gets me home earlier, I don't care. That's kind of what they make you do anyway. If you want to get stuck in traffic, okay, we won't charge you. If you want to get there quick, you'll get charged. Okay, fine. Get what you pay for, don't you? It's alright. It's alright. You know, I'm not scared of spending money. I like it. You know, that's what it's for. Got money, spend it. I mean, not all of it, but yeah, spend it. Like, don't hold back. I mean, if you're going to go and do something, do it. Do it properly. Get it good, right? For what it's worth. Or, don't bother. Save your money and do something else. But still, whatever you do, do it well. You know? Make a good job of it. Like, if you're going to go out to dinner, you know, don't hold back. Get, you know, go crazy. Get a dessert. I don't know. Get another glass of wine. Who knows? That's what we're suffering from here in Melbourne. We don't have a big... Oh, man. Our economy is crap. That's all I can say. I've seen it. I've seen how people struggle and with the cost of things. And there's not much profit there. Everyone says they're operating on lower margins now. And fair enough. You know, I mean, they're the ones who know how low their prices are, and maybe they can't get any lower. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth doing, you know? Like, isn't that what business is? If you're not making $1, you're not going to do it, right? Well, that depends. There's a lot of things we do that we don't get paid for, yeah? So how about we balance that out and say, let's pay people instead of making them do this for free. And then let's start not paying people for doing certain things that they would do anyway, right? So that, why don't we redistribute the wealth? And I'm not saying take it away from anyone. I'm saying after it's in the air, it's been spent. redistribute it then. Okay? Before it becomes anyone's money, do it then. Redistribute then. Don't say, oh, this belongs to him. Now we can't redistribute money belonging to someone. But if there's money that really doesn't belong to people, actually, truly, let's not get greedy there. You know, if you, for example, if I was a government, a fictional one, okay, the Mandalorian government, for example, and I want to have a piece of land for my country, yeah, my people, Mandalorians. Where are we going to go? Our place has been destroyed, for example. Let's pretend. Or we've been invaded. It's no longer safe in Mandalore. Okay, sorry. Now what? Well, there's room in other planets, surely. Well, maybe not. Maybe there's an application process, or it's they're very stringent on who they let in, especially aliens from other planets. I mean, what are you going to do with aliens that are unvetted, you know, as in Martians? You know, I'm talking about other species now. I'm not talking about humans. I'm talking about what would we do if we had an influx of people from other planets suddenly. Hey, we'd have to band together, wouldn't we? We'd have to stop our silly fighting. We'd have to come up with a way that we don't lose out to those aliens. If they're superior to us, we don't know. We won't know till they get here. They start using their world engines or whatever they want to do, you know, and only then we'll know if they're good or bad or whatever. But once they're here, they're here. They're going to have rights just like us, surely. Even if they come from like Pluto or Mars or Neptune or whatever, we have to look after them. And in the same way, if our planet was effed and we had to go somewhere else and say, hey Mars, got room for us? And they'll say, nah, sorry, we don't want you. Go and find your other planet. Try the moon. And we'll go, man, yeah, the moon's effed. No one wants to live there. Why not? Oh, it's just too cold. It's cold, it's barren. There's not much going on there. But Mars, you know, that place is kicking. You know, they got chocolates. They've got candy machines and stuff. I mean, like, they're set up. They're ready. Said hi. Hi, Beauty. Hello, Beauty 122. I love you. Thank you for being beautiful. Thanks for being beautiful. I'm not so beautiful that I could call myself Beauty. So I'll be honest. If I had a name, it wouldn't be Beauty. For me, that is. Yay. Where are you from, Beauty? You're it. You know, I think the show's about you. I know there's someone else here, but usually one person talks and someone else doesn't. I don't know. Beauty, who are you with? Are you sitting next to someone in an internet cafe and they could be on the same thing with us? Is that possible? I mean, it's likely, isn't it? It could happen. It's not like it couldn't happen. I always think, what could happen? Not. I know what's impossible, but there are things that could happen. You just never know. I always contemplate that. Hi, Beauty. Oh, it's just you now. It's just me and you, Beauty. I promise. I promise. There's no one else. It's just us. You want to see me? I'm scared. You will think I'm ugly. I'm a good driver. I'm a much better driver than I am a model or person with fashion. Not that. I'm in Banla. Where's that? I've never heard of that. That is a place like a country, or is it a city? I don't know it. Actually, I wasn't great at geography. Hello, someone else come. That's great. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Really. You don't have to anyway, but I'm happy about it. It's great. Maybe I should jump on the camera. Because people get bored of the road thing, especially because I'm not very exciting on the road. I just keep away and drive safely, you know. I'll do my best anyway. But this is a little bit like impersonal because I'm just showing you the window and, you know, you're seeing, oh yeah, he's going along, he's following these cars, you know. I'll change lanes. That's exciting. Ready? I'm gonna go left. Here we go. Yeah, so I'm in Australia, Melbourne, Australia, and I just for fun in this stream, I called Melbourne Mandalore. Yep, 9-letter word. Same as Melbourne. Melbourne, O-U-R-N-E. Yep, O-U-R-N-E. 4. Yep, definitely 9 letters. I am in 9 letters. Yeah, I don't know what is that. I have to look it up. Can you look that up? I'll pretend I've got a director. You know how what's his name? The guy everyone loves. You know how he goes, have we got that clip? Can you run that clip? You know, like, I wish I could do that. Nah, I can't run clips. I wish I could, but I can't. Ah, we lost beauty. Now I'm by myself. All right, I'm switching. That's it. Lost the audience, guys. Sorry. I wasn't funny enough. Come back, beauty. Where'd you go? Oh, maybe she did come back. Is that you? Oh, is it someone else? That's okay. That's cool. Hey, just go about your thing. You know, you don't have to make me feel good. You already made me feel good by turning up and having a listen. That's good. I really just want to contribute. Talk, maybe. I don't prefer talking. I'd much rather like play music and dance and cook or do something else. But all right, I see a lot of talking goes on YouTube, so I thought, well, look, that's probably what I need to do, so that people don't think I'm like a robot or some kind of like spy or some sort of weird, crazy person. But I'm not any of those things. I'm just a normal person, I think, who does go to work and do the normal thing. And I'm happy to. I'm very humble, so I don't have much to say. I'm not that exciting, but I do try to keep it fun. I don't know how. I often myself switching through a live feed wondering what's going on. But I'm always catching things like mid-conversation, and I'll never figure out what are they talking about, and you can't really chime in. But I sort of try and keep it open so that, you know, whoever comes, we sort of chime them in, you know, hello, welcome, you know, like chime them in, hello, you know, we love you, welcome, you know, you're welcome here anytime. That's the kind of thing, like, that's what I want to hear. Like, I never listen hardly to a live feed if it's like very esoteric and I can't figure out what this is about. So with mine, I just keep it open. Flip-flop, whatever you want to complain about, I don't care. You got money problems, let's whinge, or let's be positive. You're feeling positive, let's be positive. You know, you want to I don't know, you want to make wishes, let's make wishes. Hey, you know, wouldn't that be good? Let's make wishes today. You know, maybe they'll come true if we actually went to the trouble of wishing properly. You know, I'm all about that. You know, ask and you'll receive, you know, kind of thing, sort of. All right, that's cool. Anyway, I'll still keep going. It's fine. I'm easy with that. I'm quite easy with that. You know, I'm a person who changes channels all the time. Like, as in, on television, the remote control and me, they're inseparable. Like, if there's an ad break, bang, change channels. If there's an ad break, bang, change channels. Never go back. I keep going up on the remote control, going no, all the way to 900, then back down to 0 again, because I believe give everyone a chance. So I go through all the channels, give everyone a chance. If there's an ad, all right, I'm sorry, unless it's a funny ad, I'm not staying. If it's just one of those crazy ads that the station themselves do, like, all right, I'll tolerate a few of those, that's fine. But I won't sit through big long commercials, especially not infomercials, unless it's a certain product that late at night catches my interest, like the special watering hose, which I won't name, of course, and the awesome cookware that you can get late at night. I mean, that's the only time to buy cookware, isn't it? Like, Do you ever dedicate a time in your days like, go, we are going to buy cookware today? No. That's why they catch you late at night. When you can't be bothered cooking, you're full up on food, and you go, man, I'd love to be able to cook right now. I'm starving, you know, the pizza shop's closed. Hey, make your own pizza. You know what I mean? And you go, yeah, I'll buy that. I'm going to buy that thing because I want to cook. I really want to cook and eat, you know, not just cook, eat. That's two things. People don't often think of that. They just want to eat, but they don't think of cooking. Or, well, not many people just want to cook and not eat. I mean, that's where I come in. I'm a bit like that. I love cooking. Keep me cooking. If we do pancakes, right, this is the drill. I'll do the pancakes until the actual mixture runs out. I'm the last to eat. Just like the captain on a boat, last one to leave in a shipwreck. If I'm making pancakes, everyone sit down, eat pancakes. Don't stop eating pancakes. Eat pancakes as much as you can. I will keep making the pancakes. That's it. Don't worry about me. I'll put them in the microwave. I'll heat mine up, put maple syrup, whatever else I want. It's fine. But especially on a Saturday, Sunday morning, if anyone's going to get hype about pancakes, you're looking at the hype master of pancakes, okay? I burn a bit, yeah, some. First one's not very good, but by the last one, once I've done about 15 or 20 pancakes, you should see number 20. It's probably the best pancake you've ever seen. It's taken me about, say, 10 or 11 kind of not so great ones, but the last few are just golden beautiful. The right color. I've had the butter balance right, the heat. I've adjusted the heat to just the right place, you know. And that's kind of what pancakes are. Same with popcorn. You got to have that temperature right. You can burn the butter and the popcorn. That's a risk. I don't know if you can live with that risk, so it's better to be careful. Use lower heat, right? But not for too long, because that still burns too. If you're talking butter, it's still going to burn. So don't think low heat isn't going to burn. It will. It just depends how long it sits there. So when you use low heat, what you do is pick up the pan, pick it up. Don't let it sit there getting too hot. And sometimes you want to pick it up and make sure that there's plenty of air going around it, and you don't want to, you know, overdo one side of the pancake. That's kind of tragic, you know, because you can't fix that. Like, you cannot darken the other side in retribution, like in fixing, you know. It doesn't fix a thing, really doesn't. So yeah, don't overdo it. Maybe sometimes I flip it more than once. Like I'll do the old pancake flip, you know. One, have a look, yeah, that's good. Other side, yep, that's pretty good. This side needs a bit more. Flip it back over. Okay, fine. Get that out, put some more butter, chuck in the mix. Don't stop. Look, my advice is, if you're making pancakes, do not leave that mixture sitting on the bench and pancakes unmade. That's a tragedy too. Just make them. Keep making them until there's no syrup left, until there's no mixture. That is a good use of your time. Then you're going to have a ton of pancakes to eat, okay? And maybe other people, by then, they've had toast or cereal and they're a little bit full. Even better for you. You're the last one to eat. You're going to eat them all. Okay, sad thing, if there's only one left, okay, you'll just get one. But no, that never happens, because you're the cook, you're the chef, you're in control, you know. And I'm no chef, I just know about doing stuff. That's all. Little things I'll have a hack at, have a go at cooking. I bought some meat that I've never cooked before, just to challenge myself. That's fun. That's better than challenging myself to find a car park somewhere and go into a restaurant that's gonna absolutely murder me for $30-40 a plate. I can't afford that, to be honest. Can't afford to eat out. I do, but not often. Very, very infrequently. No one really can here. No one can make their payments survive as well as go out and eat and do everything else. Like, you know, you kind of have to balance it all. And I wouldn't want to eat out every night anyway. Come on, it's not healthy. You don't know how much salt or sugar they're putting in there. Anything could happen. They may get it wrong. You know, like you might get something that's a bit germy and you'll feel sick later and you'll go, it was the pasta and the fish salad, or, you know, you'll realize later, it was the calamari. I knew that wasn't good. Like, you know, and that hurts, because you've lost money and you feel sick. You know, when that happened to me, I traveled home on an airline, and I won't name them, but oh my God, I got a lasagna that was lukewarm, as in, and they served it to me in the dark. I was a little bit sus because I couldn't see the lasagna. It was dark and they were handing out the food. I knew it wasn't hot enough. I just knew it, but I was starving, right? So I ate it. Guess what? Whole week. Sick as a dog. I mean, sicker than a dog. Sicker than a dog, like human. Not even sicker than a dog. Worse. Oh man, I couldn't hold water. I couldn't even hold my saliva down. Everything was out. Everything was out. I couldn't eat. If I drank water, it would all just come out again. It was such an irritation. It was definitely a germ, some sort of germ bacteria. I could tell. It was dreadful. And I'm not going to talk about the other end. Like, knowing that I was vomiting is enough of a clue what was going on the other side. Not pretty. Not pretty at all. Anyway. Better to get on to something else. I'm in a bit of traffic now. I might give you a look. Yeah. It's a bit sluggish. We've backed right off. I'm doing about 30. Yeah. But I'm nearly home. Don't worry. So now I forgot to tell you, we're not on the M2 anymore. This is the M79. It's the straight line from the M2 anyway. I haven't changed. See that sign says C754 Melton is to my left here. That's a westerly direction where they're pointing. So right now I'm traveling north right now, and that to our left is a kind of westerly direction, I think. Yeah, and we are traveling like north by northwest, kind of, not really like the movie North by Northwest. Am I allowed to say that? You know, I always think you got a copyright strike talking about movies. No, I mean, I know, but I didn't. I'm not saying I made the movie. I'm not saying I know anything about it. I'm just saying how I feel about the movie. Is that okay? And then I don't know, are we allowed to talk about Michael Jackson and Prince? Or are they like, no, you can't talk about them, they're not you? You know, I don't know where we're going to draw the line between reality and fiction, you know, because I'm getting confused. I don't even know whether the things I do are real or if they are made up. It's got to that for me. Like, and so with diligence, I will say yes, altered content, because I don't know. It must be. Aren't I altering this by being here? Like, isn't this altered content? Kind of, if I'm altering my behavior and I'm filming myself with certain behavior, is that altered content? Kind of, like, you know what I mean? What if I pretend to be, like, dress up as another thing and say, hello, I'm another thing, and you'll say, no, you're faking it. Yeah, but it's altered content, so aren't I allowed to, like, pretend to be someone else for fun? No, maybe not. You might be being deceptive right there. I don't know. It's become overly technical and scientific. Can't they just say, did you film this or did you find this clip elsewhere? And okay, where's the grey area? I already know. The grey area is you could have filmed it, yes, but it may still be a replay clip from somewhere else. Okay, in this case, you'd be lying to say you filmed this event. No, you didn't film this event. What you did was borrow a clip, video, something, showing the event and then talking about it. But did you really film yourself talking about it? Or was someone else holding the camera? Does that make it altered? Can I technically say I didn't make the video, someone else was holding the phone? I don't know. Who, where's the balance? Where's the, who has to do it and who doesn't have to do it? Like, I mean, as the uploader, I guess it's all on you to like say what it is. Okay, so I'm doing my best. Usually if I'm filming something that's like a sculpture in the museum and I know it's just a sculpture, it's an artwork. Yes, so is it real? Yes. A real artwork? Yes. Is it a real, actual, alive thing? No. Is this altered? Maybe I'm using a filter and not using it, showing it exactly as it would look, hypothetically, with your eyes if you stood in front of the sculpture. You see how this is very tricky? It's not so simple. And I don't want to say, yes, it's all real and none of it's altered. It's all altered. I'll go back to that. That's my fallback. Everything's altered by me or circumstances. Altered content, edited. Like if you change the volume and mix volume one over the other, is that altering it? Yeah. But then they say significantly edited. What does significantly mean? Like, in what way can you alter something significantly or just altered mildly? They don't ask you, is this a mild alteration or is this a significant alteration? They want to be the judge, right? They don't want you to judge. So they want you to just play it safe. So it's what I say, don't criticize people when they say that their content's altered. They're being careful. They don't want to get done for deception and say, yeah, this is real. No, it's not. It's actually a cartoon. Yeah, but did you really make it? Well, not really. I used tools. Did you make those tools? No, I didn't. Did you wash these dishes or did you use a dishwasher? It's kind of like that. They want to know, are these dishes clean by you or by a machine? I'll say, well, look, sometimes I do a bit of both. Sometimes I'll pre-rinse by hand and then put them in the dishwasher. Does that mean I'm a hybrid between an AI bot and a real person? No. I mean, it's not possible to be more than what you are. I'm still a human, last I checked, Hope so. Look, I tend to get carried away. It's pretty obvious. I'm not scared anymore. I don't care either. Like, you know why? I've got nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. I'm as transparent as a piece of clear cellophane on a glass window, looking at another glass window, looking out also into a clear glass of water. That's how transparent I think I am. Of course, I don't know. Maybe other people wouldn't think that way. Obviously, everyone thinks they're a good person, don't they? Kind of. Or some don't. And some admit that they're not good people. But usually the good ones do that. They say, nah, I'm a bit of an ass. Yeah. I mean, who's being the better person? The one telling the truth or the one who's lying? Sometimes I think the truth teller is actually, you may not want to hear it, but the person telling the truth is a kind of bit more reliable source than the person who's lying to you. So, and I try never to lie because I'm not very good at remembering lies and coming back to them. Oh yeah, like I was saying in my previous thing, Nah, I tend to cut those right off I mean, I know when I'm rambling and not making any sense, but I think I'm still very coherent. Like, and I mean, that's coming from my point of view. I mean, I'm just driving home. Technically, I'd be just listening to the radio, or maybe I'd be talking to myself anyway. So yeah, I should say this is not altered content. It's not. It's the real thing. It's the real thing, because I'm really doing it. I didn't speed it up or slow it down, and I didn't put music over it, and I didn't behave in any way different from how I normally would. So yes, this video is officially not altered. This is actually the thing, okay? But it's through a piece of glass. Don't forget, the glass could distort it just a tiny bit, you know? So I'd say with a pinch of salt. Can I say this is, no, this is not altered content. Would you like to add a grain of salt? Yes, a little bit. They should say grain of salt or no grain of salt. And I should say, yes, grain of salt, please. Because grain of salt means I may be wrong. I just may be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm really sorry. I don't want to be wrong. Of course, I can be. And I'm not immune to being wrong. We're going to hit it now. We're going to go 100 now. I'm doing 90. Or, yeah. I learned the MPH thanks to my bestie out there. It told me 100 equals 62. 62 mph equals 100 kmh. Let's try and get that one in. So 100 coming up, which is 62 miles per hour, according to our research and findings and searches we found out. So here we go. I'm doing 90 because still no one's going fast enough for me to like be able to do 100 yet. So I won't. I will do 90 until this kind of clears up. I see a lot of people sitting next to each other. People start to swerve in and out, wondering why the person doesn't go a bit faster, who's in front of them. The usual things come up, eh? Like one person goes faster than another. Now you've got two different things, okay? If we both did the same speed, we'd never touch each other. But because one person goes faster, that's when you hit. So why not we all do the same speed and keep away from each other at the same time? Wouldn't that work? It would. No, because here we go. Here's a case in point. This guy must go faster than other people. He must. So I'm here, I'm letting him. Hello, Kelly! Joe, thank you. I always wanted to go into Cali, as in out of the airport, LAX. I never made it. I went out to Burger King at LAX, as far as I went. Got straight back in. It was during that time of very, very long security clearance checkout. Walk through the metal detector and all this. Took forever. Take your shoes off, everything. I thought I better go through. I don't want to wait. So how's Cali? How's Cali? Must be nighttime there. Must be evening. Must be your morning coming anyway. California love. Da, da, da. Everyone loves that. What else? Oh, welcome to the Hotel California. Oh, there's so many songs about Californication. Yeah, there's so many. I didn't know I knew so many. It's pretty nice. Can't complain. But then I look at your country. Oh, no. And I get jealous. I wish I were where you were. Hey, come down, Joe. You'll love it. If you really want to see this place, just come. You know why? We love Americans here. We always say, hey, talk to me. We just want to hear it. You know, we just want to hear that accent. We love it. It's from TV. And to us, every American is famous, man. He has that famous accent. Come on. You should come down and make the most of it. Like Don Lane, like Richard Marx at the moment. He's down here just schmoozing around with his American accent, making heaps of friends, you know. So like, come down. You love it. They'll put you on TV, man. They'll do anything. They don't want me on TV, but they'll certainly put someone else on TV before me, and maybe that'll be you. That'll be cool. Joe Doyle, live. Come and see him. Or her, I don't know. Joe, can you only spell that one way? J-O. Where are you exactly? I'm northwest of Melbourne. Melbourne, the city in Victoria. About northwest, about 40 kilometers out. So I'm not in the city anymore. Victoria, Australia. Not the Victoria in Canada. But because we're all sort of monarchic, you know, like we came from the British homelands or whatever it is, and we kind of got that. Like, that's why Canada is kind of a Commonwealth country or something. Is that true? I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I have no idea what's happening with Canada. Are they a Commonwealth country, or are they their own country kind of thing? I'm not sure. Definitely America is not a Commonwealth of the United States. I'm certain of that. I tried to move there when I was 25. Oh wow. And the Australian embassy said, we got enough unemployed Australians. Did they say that? We don't need you Americans here. And he hung up on them. Oh my God, what a rough day. He must have been having a bad day, that guy. Nah. Man, we're bringing people in from everywhere. They need people here. That's crazy talk. They need people here. They need experts. They need hard workers. They need easy soft workers too. They need everyone. We need everyone. We're underpopulated. Don't believe anything they say. Maybe our infrastructure is overloaded, yes, but this country, we can fit more. Well, you can come and buy a farm, Joe. Come and get a farm. Just work it. Do whatever you want. Get some cows, whatever you want. Sheep, pigs. I always wanted to do that, but it's a big thing. It's a big step, you know. Go and buy a farm and start working the land. It's a big decision, you know. It's a really big decision. And I wouldn't know. So I'm just a working person, and although I did try my own businesses and things, I won't say I had the best of luck. And once I wanted to emigrate forever, and I wanted to go to Iceland. I don't know why. I just wanted to get the hell out of here, and I bet you feel the same. I bet in America there's a lot of people who wish they were somewhere else, kind of thing. And this is what I want to get to. Why can't we all be happy where we are? What is it? And I was breaching this topic this morning. I'm broaching the topic when I said that we are nomadic. We always have been. Like the human community, people, civilization. We moved around. We didn't stay and eat the berries until there was no berries left. We had to eat some berries, then go down to the other side of the country and start fishing, or start putting rocks down to try and trap fish on one side of the tide, or whatever it is they do. I needed to start making spears so I could catch some foods and catch a marsupial or a bit of animal to eat, or a snake. You know, I'm hungry. I could really eat a snake right now. You know, and then we moved around. Like, yeah, sure, they had a camp, but I'm pretty sure they moved camps too. Like, and I think that's what we're missing, Joe. We're missing that. We're missing out on a nomadic life where we move from one place to another, following the season or whatever it is, you know? Why can't we do that? Why can't we just do that? But we can't. We have private property, and we must stay and guard our fortress, and we can't enter other fortresses, and we each must have a vegetable garden. Although, like, to give our councillors here some credit, they have made a communal garden where you can grow a bunch of things, but then you have to share the produce. So, I mean, people being how they are, they they contribute a bit, but I won't say that people are so well off that they can afford to be that generous, you know. So people have to hold on to their tomato plants because they really want those. They're not gonna come and put all their tomato plants in the community garden, because that would be kind of self-defeating, wouldn't it? You'd basically lose all your tomatoes and you'd have to go looking for some. So I always thought, you know, let the potato farmer farm potatoes and let the tomato person make tomatoes, and can't they come to an agreement together? Share some load, share some cost, or share some profits. Who knows? Maybe I know lots of people who want tomatoes because I'm a potato guy, and I just can't grow tomatoes. I'm a potato guy. But Mr. Tomato over there, he's got lots of tomatoes, but he doesn't know as many people who want tomatoes, perhaps. And I'll say, hey, I'm a potato guy, but all my friends love tomatoes, man. Oh, really? Hey, what about your friends? Do they love potatoes? Yeah, some of them do. Okay, how about a bag? You know, I'll give you a bag of mine. Give me a bag of yours. What's the harm? Maybe, and can I sell it for whatever I want? Yeah, have it. Eat it. Have it for free. Why not? If you can sell them, sell them. If you want some more, tell me. And that's how business starts, trade. But no, it's very tricky now. It's very complicated. No one's allowed to just open shop. I mean, someone not far from me, he wanted to make his own car wash, and I thought, good on him. He wants a job. He's going to make his own. He's going to build a little car wash, but I'm pretty sure the council came and knocked on his door and said, you can't operate a commercial car wash in your own driveway, man. Even though he could, it's got a big driveway. He can fit 5 or 6 cars in there and easily. So what's the harm if he cleans a car here and there? He couldn't put a sign up. He had to take the sign down. I thought, poor guy. He's gone to all this effort. Now I'm outside saying, do it. And I thought, well, how's he going to do it? He doesn't want to go and work in a car wash. He wants his own. He wants his own car wash. Granted, I'm the same. I mean, I want to drive and deliver maybe, but I don't want to drive other people's trucks. You know, I've done enough of that, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same about that. You know, I'm sure a lot of people would rather do their own thing than work for someone else, you know. And I think it depends. Like, you might like Australia, you may not. It depends on the conditions of things that you may not like, the kind of the way neighborhoods are, or the way people behave, or I don't know. It's hard to know until you come and see what it's like, you know. But if you're a specialist of some kind, and we don't have any of those, they want you. They want you here. We need everyone. Engineers, everyone. Now, I know it's hard. If you're in IT, it's very hard. You've got to move around and find contracts and find work all the time. That's not fair, because these people do know what they're doing, but there's no one place that you can stay forever. You must keep moving around to others. So our IT people and our some of our engineer type people, they're all nomadic. They work here, there, move around. Oh, they're over here for a week and they're over there for a week. That's different. If you want to work like that, there's plenty of scope for that. But you have to kind of do that, tread water on your own kind of thing. But then we have a lot of safe jobs too. You could just walk into, and you don't need to know much, you know, like to go in and make a start somewhere. And even if you just wanted to come here and like kind of retire, live cheap here, I don't know, you can. I'm old, 60. Oh, you're not old. I'm not far behind you. You're 63. I'm like nearly 50, but still, I'm not that far behind you. You know, you're like if you're my older brother, we wouldn't be far away from each other. 63 and retired, well, even better. Think about him doing something to make some money here. Like, As I said, we love Americans here. It's true. We grew up watching television with, and that was the only accent that counted, apart from the British one, which we also, yeah, we have a bicameral system, so we love Britain and America kind of equally. Can I say that safely enough? I don't know. I got a soft spot for certain British things, and I got a soft spot for certain American things, and I try and balance them out. But you could totally make a go of it here. You could come here and do something. You may, all right, you might, if you're retired, there's a whole bunch of things you can kind of do that aren't that hard, you know, and still feel some satisfaction out of doing things. I don't know I don't know how I'll be when I'm not working. I feel like I need to be working because I can't afford to sit home at all because of, you know, the cost of things. You know, without, I don't want to put a dampener on the mood, you know, to tell you I'm not totally rich or anything. You know, I don't want to be rich, you know. I like having enough for me, and that's it. So maybe, you know, I'm kind of retired too, isn't that? I don't want too much. I don't want too much for me. I just want enough, you know, enough for me, my children, just enough. I don't want us to be swimming in gold and that we are so up there away from reality. I think because my ancestors were all very agricultural, farm-like people, you know. They were slightly nomadic, you know, slightly nomadic. They had a house and a village, but they moved around with the harvests of this and that, the different crops, whatever they were doing. So they had to move themselves a fair way to deal with the crops over there, you know. They would walk, or it would take a day and a half to get over there, you know, and they would spend the night doing what they do, setting fire to trees. I'm not sure. But sometimes you see trees on fire. It's not always a bad thing. That some things are harvested that way, or some process of getting the tree ready, that it requires to be burnt sometimes. I'm not sure why. But I have seen trees on fire, but they didn't die. It's kind of like they did it at a certain time. They were sort of like knew what they were doing, I guess. Well, it's 48 minutes. I don't like dragging these things out, but I want to say thanks to everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone who comes. Subscribe or whatever you want. Like if you want. Share if you want. You don't have to. I don't care. I want you to be free. You do everything you like to do. I'm here like an empowering person. That's all. I want to empower you in a way. You inspire me, and you empower me to come up with things, to come up with good ideas, even for myself. You know, I'm listening to myself, kind of. You know, I know it looks like I'm actually just talking to myself, which, you know, okay, you don't want to think too deeply about that. But hey, I'm new at this. You know, I've never been a person on a screen for anyone. Like, so I'm doing my best. I really appreciate, you know, whoever chances pass to see what I'm doing, and you know, I really appreciate it. I love you all. I really do. So thanks. I'm gonna put this up. I'll be back soon. I'm gonna drop some shorts like I normally do. Short videos, I mean, not drop my shorts as in drop my shorts, you know. I know it sounds like that. I'm gonna do some shorts because I think they're bite size and people can, they either hate it or like it, whatever. But some of these long ones, of course, I'm gonna lose people on these because, you know, I always thought, what if people don't like me? Well, yeah, that there are people who don't like me. Fair enough. You know, I'm not gonna cry about that. So, but I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate everything. I really do. I really do. I don't want any money from people. I want everyone to have enough money for themselves. Peace, freedom, be empowered. Love you all. Have a good one. See you soon. "50 minutes.